Welcome to Moonlight Madness, and today we're doing the sign for air sign. We're doing it for it's Anzac Day, and I was at the march this morning up at Newcastle Nobbies. There was a big turnout. It was very nice to see a lot of people there. Yeah, it was a good day. There was Air Force up there, so that's why I decided to do air first. There was Air Force, Army, Navy up there as well. Okay, so for the air, I chose this feather to represent air, and the first card I pulled is balance. So someone out there is trying to balance their emotions or work through a legal battle. Some legal issues that you may be having at the moment, you have to maybe go sort them out. It says here you've got to balance your masculine and your feminine qualities in your life. So sometimes it's okay to be emotional. We all have masculine and feminine, and sometimes it's okay to be masculine, as in show your aggression, but it has to be in equal balance. And back in the Egyptian days, they used to weigh a person's heart with a feather to see whether they were telling the truth or not. If they were not telling the truth, and the feather went down and the heart went, the heart went down, the feather went up, the truth was being misled or not being told correctly. There was a demon that used to eat the soul. So it's saying you have to be very truthful when you're working with other people. And balance to me represents Libra. It's a Libra card. It's the card of justice. So the justice system will be playing a part in your role. Maybe you've got parking fines, or you've got a fine you've got to pay, or speeding fines. It's saying to be very careful about how you handle it. And then we've got the Five of Cups. This is to do within the next 5, I'm going to say, months' time. You may be removing yourself from negative emotions or negative people, and try not to focus on what frightens or worries you. So this is like the fear card. It says to keep away from people that make you scared or fearful, or you might be just worried about a new position that you are at work. In the past you had addictions. Ego is representing addiction to the devil. So these could be addictions to exercise, drugs, alcohol, sex, rock and roll. Just addictions. It's the Capricorn card. Yeah, maybe you were putting too much importance on how much money you were making, as opposed to whether the job was for you, or the occupation suited your temperament. And maybe that fear and worry kept you at that job that you really didn't like. So that's saying that. In the recent past, it's talking about an end of things. The Ten of Swords usually is 10 weeks ago you were ending something, an addiction maybe, or a weight was lifted off your shoulders, or a codependency was lifted off your shoulders. Maybe you decided to leave that job that was not making you happy, and you now have this sense of stability, your body's going back to normal, your adrenal systems are settling down, and with all this extra adrenal, like when you have stressed adrenals, you get ill really quickly, your immune system falls, and so now you're coming out of that phase into the Hermit phase. The Hermit to me is a Virgo card, and it's all about teaching. You may want to look at doing some type of teaching in the future. The Hermit represents being a mentor, or taking a break from society, a commitment to your spiritual growth. So you may decide to take up some type of religion, religious practice, or you may be a beacon of light to the people around you that may be struggling in the dark with certain things that have happened to them. You may be their source of light. And it's always good to shine your light for the people that are in their darkest days. The next card you've got is the Six of Pentacles, which is in the next six this years, whatever you're going to do is going to come back an unexpected inflow of or next card back, and that's all with volunteer. You might have to volunteer your time, your knowledge, with for what you've already in line of work or study. Was now she is represented by Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Now, she's the fun person. She's the life of the party. She's enthusiastic. She's creative. She's very energetic. She may have several things going on at once. She's a creative genius, and she's got a lot of confidence in her abilities. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons and lets your creativity take flight. She may decide to go and do some sort of artwork or expression of how she is. she could be possibly ADHD and sort of get really bored really quickly. So her focus is diverted from one activity to another activity, and she doesn't stop to think about that she's got several activities at once and may get burnout. So you've got to try and tell them to finish each activity and then move on to the next one. So the carnelian for me is confidence. It's raising your confidence. And I found this behind the fridge when I was cleaning. I was so happy to find it because I've noticed ever since I've had it on my person, my confidence has gone through the roof. Any other time, if I had gone to a place where there's a lot of people, I would have freaked out. I've got social anxiety. But today I had no problem because I had my son with me, but also because I wasn't freaked out. I think it was the stone. I put it down to my carnelian. And I've gone back into my running, and my running is the thing that helps me be confident. The King of Pentacles, this is your people, your superpower that's around you, and that is that you're very strategic, you're compassionate, you're charismatic, you can be very solid and structured. You don't like to make foolish mistakes. You don't like to jump in with both feet until you've weighed all the risk factors before you take that leap. Yeah. A good person or company to work for. You may be very assertive and everything's going your way now. Then the company that you work for is a very good company. The boss that you may have around you could be very compassionate, very nice boss. He's working with you on your strengths, and he's like not a parent, but he's a mentor. He's like a mentor for you. That's the Hermit that I was picking up. He could be a Virgo. The next card I've got is this is your hopes and fears. You may fear a person around you who is a Prince of Spring. Now he is an Aries, Sagittarian, or Leo energy. And he could like to do immediate action. He likes a challenge. You can successfully manage a passionate relationship with him. He gets bored quickly. He could be an uncle, an aunt, a father figure, someone that I guess he's just very dynamic. He's a really good dad, and he likes to do long road trips is what I'm getting here. He likes to go travelling. He's eager to get there, then he's eager to leave and go on to the next thing. He hates being bored. He's not liking being a bored prince. The final card I've got is that you need to maybe go and consult with a psychic medium. This, of course, is the moon. And the moon represents things that are hidden from view. Maybe it'll be revealed when you're asleep. Powerful intuitive epiphanies, the letting go of worry and fear. Understanding the truth of a situation. So what looks like a mandolin in the light, in the top part of that picture, in the reflection, it looks like she's holding a harp. So it's talking about possibly that you may want to look at things in a different way. And the moon is all about illusion, so you may be involved with something where you've got to create an illusion, whether you're behind the camera, whether you do your own YouTube channel. It's the hidden. It's like being the producer of a show. So I pulled out Tiger's Eye for the Aries, Sagittarian, and Leo, and then that's for protection. Then the other cards I got, now this deck was the Fairy Tarot by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. And the other deck, which this is a really old deck, that one that I just showed you, is the Enchanted Map Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reid. And I've got here One Ring Circus, so this may be you right now. You may feel like you're doing everything on your own and you need a little bit of help with whatever that is, whether that be at work or handling family business. It's just talking about that you are very capable and competent. Independence is key now as you step into your journey today. Others may not have the vision or resources that you need. Recognise that all the wisdom that you've acquired along the way makes you particularly confident, capable of moving forward with assurance. Self-reliance is important. Another aspect to consider is creating and maintaining clear boundaries between you and another. Be discerning about your partnership at this time. When you know who you are and have a healthy sense of where you end and others begin, you're able to enter into the best kind of relationships and will attract people who mirror back your wholeness. Interdependent relationships are always mutually supportive, stimulating and transformative. You can achieve anything at this time. And then you've got the intention card with an owl. And apparently there was 4 birds the other day that just came and swooped down, and they sat in a row just staring at me, and this one particular magpie was looking at me intently, and I thought, what's his go? He looked really old. And I kind of felt like it was a sign that my grandfather was trying to visit me through the bird kingdom. I felt a presence. It was 4 birds just staring at me, and I thought, I've got nothing that they could possibly want. I didn't have anything that was unsealed in my bag of the food that I'd had. It was nothing that they could, I don't know what their sense of smells like, but there was just these 4 birds. So it's interesting I picked that. That's number 22, and 2 and 2s are 4. So it's an end of cycle, and the beginning of a new cycle for you. Yeah, deliberate, clear intentions. You have the power to change your world. Your objectives will be fulfilled at this time. Inspired intentions are like magic arrows shot into the sky. The universe is bringing you a gift, showing you that you're hitting your mark. Recognize that you're not the one who has to do all the work, however, others help you co-create your reality. You connect to the power of your intention, sending it out into the field that allows for synchronicity to work its magic. Perhaps the good intentions of others will inspire you to send out beautiful ones of your own. Own the life you want to lead and live deliberately and with clarity and detachment. Yes, so it's putting out positive energy rather than negative. So instead of going, oh, this is a new field of job that I'm not sure about, that I'm still learning, and I'm not picking it up as quick as I would have liked. It's because you're learning, and the learning curve takes a bit of a curve. It's usually a steep curve. You've got to go up to learn something new. It can't come in a day. So that's all I have for you today for air signs. And this is for April.